Hey, everybody, we have some breaking news. Totally insane breaking news. Welcome, everybody. And this can't be a very long hangout because I have to be in the air shortly. Got to be back up in the air shortly. But yeah, this is crazy news. Let's just read what Musk said. So, Musk said just minutes ago, in light of the president's statement about cancellation of my government contracts, SpaceX will begin decommissioning its Dragon spacecraft immediately. So the Dragon spacecraft are the ones that take American astronauts to and from the International Space Station. So basically, to and from the International Space Station, basically stranding America's space program because he's in this argument with the president. See, this is why people didn't trust Musk with this much power. Regardless of what you think here, regardless of who you think is right, if either of them, this is why people were skeptical of giving Musk so much power because he holds pretty much the only seat to orbital space at the moment. And here he is claiming he's pulling the plug because he's upset at Trump. And thin skin is not even the right description here. Why does he not have people? Why does he not have like aides and a press person to do all this stuff? Instead, he's posting every minute on X and Trump's posting over on his social network, right? Each of these men own their own social network. So one posts on one platform and then the other responds on the other. Matt says Elon Musk is acting like a child. What do the rest? What do the rest of you think? Again, I can't stay for that long. I wish I could. It sucks that I go on vacation, and we mothball the show for the summer. We put the podcast into hiatus because not much is happening. I just don't have that much to talk about. Now we get this crazy, absolutely crazy uh, grievance between the president and his, until recently, one of his biggest supporters. So what upset Musk apparently is the post from Trump earlier today that said, quote, the easiest way to save money in our budget, billions and billions of dollars, is to terminate Elon's governmental subsidies and contracts. I was always surprised that Biden didn't do it. Apparently, that post is what made Musk just go nuts. Of course, just 1 hour ago, this feels like ancient history because this is unfolding so fast. But just 1 hour ago, Musk tweeted that Trump is in the Epstein files. That is the real reason they have not been made public. Wow, what a betrayal of his until recently one of his friends. What a betrayal. Uh, Somebody says you would think someone like Musk would stuff it in everyone's face by just continuing his space program while explaining that he's doing it without government support. Yeah, I mean, I think anything would be better than threatening to cancel America's access to space. Like ultimately, Musk is very smart, but it's the American taxpayers who are paying for all these trips to space, right? They're paying Musk's company SpaceX to send these Dragon capsules up into orbital space. And if Musk thinks that he can personally pull the plug whenever he has a disagreement with somebody in the government, that's not good, you know. Welcome, Doug. Welcome, everybody else. Yeah, and Tesla stock at one point today, after this little beef surfaced, Tesla stock dipped more than 15% at one point, and dragged down a whole bunch of other stuff. Dragged down, it looks like Ethereum and Bitcoin. And my theory is that so many tech people own Tesla stock, right? So many people in Silicon Valley and a bunch of hedge fund people, that if it tanks that much unexpectedly, if it's a big part of your portfolio and you suddenly are down 15%, that might force you to sell elsewhere to to sell elsewhere to meet your, margin maintenance requirement or whatever. And that selling pressure, I think, is part of what's absolutely killing Ether and Bitcoin over just the last like hour. Just nosedive, not good. Nosedive. Uh, yeah, it looks like. I mean, this is just my theory. Other people might have more information on this, but my theory is that Tesla falling through the floor today is what dragged down crypto because crypto is doing great, and also I think it makes people uncertain because it seems like we're headed toward this golden age where Musk is going to come out with crypto payments on X. We don't need the banks anymore, and the Trump brothers are totally pro crypto, and they say they're in it because their family was debanked when they weren't in power and they see the power of cryptocurrency and all this stuff. But now with this tit for tat between Musk and Trump, I think people feel very nervous to see mom and dad fighting basically. And so, for whatever reason, either the Tesla stock drop or just jitters and sentiment, we have Ether and Bitcoin now cratering, and nearly everything else. Let's see on my list of things I tracked today. What's actually up? I've I don't remember the last time I've seen this much red. And of course, I'm not personally affected really, right? Because I'm laying low for the summer. But I'm glad I don't hold Tesla stock right now because again, it closed for the day down 14.2%. And then in after hours, it dropped another 2.7%. So it's a drop if you include regular market and after hours, drop of more than 16% in one day. One of the largest tech stocks in the country by market cap. So president threatening to pull Elon's contracts, and then his company Tesla tanks. Interesting times, right? Yeah, it's hard to see what the 5D chess is here. It's hard to see what the rest of us gain from these two giants battling each other and decimating market sentiment in the process. It's really hard to see what the rest of us gain from this. But I welcome your thoughts. Do you support Elon here? Do you support Trump or neither of these two? Let me know what you think. And if you haven't yet, link in description has my free email updates. If you want to add your email address, is nearly, or actually, I think over 4,000 of you have done. Go ahead and add your emails so you get my occasional updates. Could it be strategic? Sure. I mean, if you want to believe that tanking Tesla, bringing down the tech industry in a matter of minutes, and dragging down people's crypto values. If that's strategic, I don't see who it really benefits. It's like jigsaw level chaos. And this is why I did the sell in May diet. This is why I don't want to be focused on stocks throughout the summer. It seems like they're way too tied into Trump and what he says and what he does. And that's not done, right? But now it is apparently. So I'd just rather take the summer off. So I don't have to play this little game of watching social media 24/7. But yeah, it's bizarre, right? Absolute chaos at the moment. Absolute chaos. Well, good numbers. I'm gonna let you guys go though because I have to head out. And again, watch some of the recent videos. Since January, we've been putting out content nonstop. And I feel very satisfied that we've actually put out everything we wanted to cover. And then again, I go on vacation. And we mothball the podcast for the summer. We say we'll come back when news is, a little more interesting. And then this happens. And we get this incredible crash out between the world's richest man and the president of the United States, personal friends with each other until just recently. Yeah, it's hard to say if there's any 5D chess here, if this is just two massive egos colliding. Hey, what's up, UK? We love you back. We love you back here in the US. Don't listen to what Trumpy says. You're still part of the West. Doctor says I'm sick of this sideshow nonsense. Stuff like this just ensures losing control of the House and Senate. Ken says I have no idea what will happen or what this is about, but it reminds me of my divorce. Doug says Bitcoin down 3% on the day. Yeah, I mean, I'm just covering this as a journalist. But this kind of pisses me off. This sort of pisses me off. What was the point of this? These two big brains couldn't just call each other, considering he hangs out on Trump's Air Force One all the time. Seems like he's always in the backyard of the White House, jumping up and down. Musk. Seems like he's always in the backyard of the White House, either jumping up and down or tripping or something. He claims he's not tripping. Just totally normal for a guy's head to snap up and down, I guess. In moments of random internal elation that the rest of us can't connect to. Totally normal. Totally not a druggie. But yeah, I'm kind of pissed off. Like, why'd they have to go in this direction? You have no professional restraint on both sides. There's no restraint, right? Trump threatening to cancel all his contracts, and then his company tanks. And Musk saying he's going to cancel America's access to the Dragon spacecraft, which again, taxpayers pay for that. It's not like it's just his personal toy, something that the American taxpayers put billions of dollars into developing and making work. So this is craziness. It's like Tony Stark gone bad, Tony Stark gone to the dark side. And the little bruise on his eye recently, people asking about that in the comments, bruise on Musk's eye. Trump also, let's read some of Trump's tweets today, or some of his Truth Social posts. Trying to get to the bottom of this. But yeah, it's not good. Like, I felt like my portfolio for the summer was in a good place. I felt like I was perfectly satisfied sitting on my couple of crypto bets and being out of stocks. And today, this crash out between Musk and Trump tanked Tesla. And then within minutes, crypto dropped also. And my theory is that it just puts sell pressure on the market when a big tech company like Tesla drops that much. People's portfolios are suddenly under pressure. And they got to sell something, right? They got to sell something to balance their portfolio. And the most liquid thing for many people is their crypto. So, an unnecessary destruction of value today, led by two men with massive egos. Wow. So, Trump's just live tweeting away right now on Truth Social. I'm just going to read these. There's a fresh one that just came in 29 minutes ago. But are you guys going to abandon me if I pour a little afternoon vino? Am I going to be abandoned, or can you guys do your thing, get the numbers up, share away, and then I'll read these. This is interesting. It's absolutely interesting. And again, I have to get out of here soon, but I guess I don't. I can pay for the pilots to sit there. I'll be right back though. Or actually, let's just finish this up. Let's just finish this one up, and then I can drink on my own. Yeah, absolutely fascinating, and at the same time disappointing. Mike says, "Good. We don't want Bitcoin associated with the political party or supposed folk heroes." Yeah, I don't completely disagree with you. I feel like Bitcoin was working just fine before it became the Trump family's plaything. But still, the level of credibility, even if you hate Trump, even if you hate this man, the level of credibility of a president's family playing with and embracing crypto to this extent when Biden was trying to push it to you know, Biden was trying to push it toward the exits. This is incredible. No matter how annoying Trump is, this is absolutely incredible that we have a president that is this pro Bitcoin. I think at the end of the day, a president who likes it, even if he doesn't even understand it fully, is so much better for us than a president who is actively trying to stamp it out. That doesn't mean that he's right about everything else. And again, it feels like this argument today, they could have kept this quite private instead of what happened. I don't think they realize the impact they have. I mean, how do they not realize? How do they not realize that this level of unprofessionalism and personal beef, that it shakes markets, has an impact on the little people out there, like the rest of us? Just little old me, right? my my various bets. But yeah, it's like it just seems unnecessary. Seems like what I was talking about the other day, where people have gone in this weird crab pot mode, where one crab tries to get up to the top of the crab basket or the crab pot. The other crabs, they lift their claws up, they grab that one ambitious crab, and they drag him right back down. Like that's what's happening. It feels like in America. It's like we can never get our shit together. Like here, things are starting to get good. The quantum companies are roaring. The AI stuff is making people a fortune. Crypto, mainstream alternative to the dollar and the euro, supported by a president's family. It's all coming together. And then these two have to lock horns and tank our sacred market and tank our crypto, which looks so good until this afternoon. But yeah, let's read what Trump said. Actually, let's hit refresh. Right, there might be something new. All right, so most recent one is 32 minutes ago. Trump wrote, I don't mind Elon turning against me, but he should have done so months ago. This is one of the greatest bills ever presented to Congress. It's a record cut in expenses, $1.6 trillion, and the biggest tax cut ever given. If this bill does not pass, there will be a 68% tax increase, and things far worse than that. I didn't create this mess. I'm just here to fix it. This puts our country on a path of greatness. Make America great again. So, calling it one of the greatest bills ever presented. Wow. And then 2 hours ago, again, was his post. The easiest way to save money in our budget, billions and billions of dollars, is to terminate Elon's governmental subsidies and contracts. I was always surprised that Biden didn't do it. And then another tweet or another Truth Social post targeting Elon. Trump said Elon was, quote, wearing thin. I asked him to leave. I took away his EV mandate that forced everyone to buy electric cars that nobody else wanted, that he knew for months I was going to do. And he just went crazy, according to the president. He just went crazy. Wow. And again, for the newcomers, final summary. In response, this is what Musk said in response to all that. Larry says silver is up. Yeah, you're right. Silver's up. I'm not a total F up today, right? My silver bet is up pretty decent. Everything else doesn't look good to me, anyways. Not financial advice. I just mean I don't like seeing red, and everything dipped after this little. Why can't Musk take some time off? Why does this guy have to be on the internet every minute of the day like he's the country's dad? Like he's our social media dad. Like he's clearly crashing out. It's a lot of responsibility and stuff, but this dude's not handling it well. And like, where's his team? Doesn't he have people? Like, even I have people who work for me and help me out with stuff. Like, doesn't somebody 1,000 times bigger than me have like a person who could be like, hey, Elon, take some time off Twitter. We'll put out a statement on your social media and respond to the president for you. You don't have to do it yourself. Like, wouldn't that be smarter for a person with this much impact to not be just on Twitter retweeting every moron that he sees on his feed? Something just kind of amateur hour about this whole thing at this point. So Musk 15 minutes ago posted or he tweeted, the Trump tariffs will cause a recession in the second half of this year. Again, just 15 minutes ago, Musk saying the Trump tariffs will cause a recession in the second half of this year. And then, oh shit, Elon Musk retweeted. He retweeted this post going into the relationship between Epstein and Trump. So he retweeted this guy. And this guy's post says the relationship between Trump and Epstein is well established. Trump flew on Epstein's plane at least 7 times, though it's not clear he ever went to the island. And then it's article quote that says Epstein likes to tell people he's a loner, a man who's never touched alcohol or drugs, and one whose nightlife is far from energetic. And yet, if you talk to Donald Trump, a different Epstein emerges. Quote, I've known Jeff for 15 years. Terrific guy. I've already read this before. I'm not going to read the rest of this because I've already seen this. It's not something new. But what's new is that Musk is retweeting this stuff. He's now retweeting these kind of truther posts about the president's relationship with the late Jeffrey Epstein. So this is a total crash out. Again, it's too bad the podcast is on vacation right now. It's too bad I mothballed everything for the summer, because this would be a huge show. This would get the downloads, and it's just like this is the essence of what I've been talking about for the last 10 years. So, uh, yeah, Emmy, it does seem like Musk is turning on Trump. It really does. Yeah, this is the essence of what we've been talking about as a community, right? Not just me, but us as a community for like the last decade, literally. Now it's all coming to the forefront in a way that nobody can deny. When the world's richest person is just live tweeting about this stuff, you can no longer brush it under the rug. So Musk tweeted 32 minutes ago, in light of the president's statement about cancellation of my government contracts, SpaceX will begin decommissioning its Dragon spacecraft immediately. This is like a personal relationship that's gone sour. This almost feels like Judge Judy or something, right? It's like a Judge Judy episode. This is not good. Not a good look. And of course, here's the post that a lot of people are trying to analyze still, where he says Trump is in the Epstein files. That is the real reason they have not been made public. Have a nice day, DJT. Have a nice day, he says. So yeah, weird times. I'm gonna head out. I gotta go. I can't leave people waiting any longer. But what a pleasure. What a pleasure to see this not be completely erased, which is what so many dirtbags in DC would like. They would like for there never to be any real truth regarding Epstein. And that's not what we want. That's not what the American people want. We want justice for sure. I'll see you guys.